hey, look, it's Ultra Magnus.
I have no feelings.
You suck.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Transformers figure. It's Galvatron from the Studio Series Age of Extinction, and I really didn't think I was going to pick up this figure. The pictures, it looked a little too blocky for me, and I really wasn't sure, and after I saw it in hand, I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and pick this guy up because I really liked the original figure in the vehicle mode, and I wanted to see how this one kind of compared out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Galvatron in the packaging. It's that open face box, which I absolutely hate. We got some nice artwork here. It's got all the logos around. We got the Age of Extinction logo at the top. Side of the package has got Galvatron. He's number 90. Another picture of Galvatron on the side, so just kind of a close-up. There's the movie logo right there. And then there he is in the box. We get the artwork of him. Figure number 90 in the studio line. And yeah, looking kind of cool. Artwork on the side. More artwork. I wish they would put Decepticon logos there. I don't know why they don't do that for the cons. But yeah. Back of the box has him turning from robot to truck mode. It shows off the little diorama. So just kind of a close-up. There he is. Robot mode. And then there's his vehicle and his little diorama at the bottom. And then that's really it for the package. Let's get this guy out of box and see what we think. So here we have Galvatron out of the packaging, and it's not a bad looking figure. I gotta say, I really like it a lot more in hand than I thought I would. The body is still very squarish looking because of the way it transforms, but I do have to say it is a marked improvement over the original. I definitely dig the paint and sculpt work. I think that looks really, really cool. We do get a couple accessories here with him. We get his gun that his arm transforms into. It's a little smaller. We get a peg that goes into the hand, but it's definitely smaller than the original version that we got on this guy. So yeah, there it is, but it looks pretty cool. I like the way it looks. I like the silver paint on it. And then we get the little missile rack here that he uses in his vehicle mode. So it's got a little peg that can go into the forearm here. You could also put it in the shoulder, I suppose, but yeah, we'll put it in the forearm. Just got to get to the peg in this slot. Like that, and we get some extra missiles on his arm, which looks cool. I definitely dig it. Very neat, very, very fun, and yeah, looks pretty decent. So articulation, head does move back and forth and up and down. It's on a ball joint, so that's pretty cool. I definitely dig that. And then his arms move up and down. They do move out. We get this nice little armpit gap filler, which I dig. We get a twist at the upper arm right there, and then we got a nice double jointed elbow, mainly for transformation, but nothing at the wrists. Waist does swivel, which is good. We get this nice hole in the chest. Leg kicks that far forward, kicks back really, really nice. We do have a twist at the upper leg. Legs splay out. We get a very nice deep knee joint right there, and we got a hinge joint at the ankle, and he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. Taking a closer look at the figure itself, it's sculpted pretty well. I like the head, I like the silver paint, the dark grays, the kind of bronzy gold colors, highlights here and there. I think that all looks really, really good. They definitely have the look of the character from the movie. Again, there's a little bit of square blockiness on the chest, especially in the upper arms there. But everything folds in really well on the back, so that's pretty impressive. Now, taking a closer look at the middle section of the figure. So this is probably the weakest point because that chest, again, very blocky and squarish, but that's really kind of how it comes about because of transformation. I do like the hole in the front of the chest with the kind of bronze gold highlights. We get another hole on the back to simulate it going all the way through, which is very cool. Sculpt work, though, looks good on the chest panels and the arms. The dark grays and the silvers definitely look very cool. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure. Again, sculpted well. I like the shins. The feet are nice and sturdy. I like how everything wraps around the legs and it hides the wheels. Engineered very, very well, and they stand very well as well. Well. For comparison, here we have the Studio Series Age of Extinction Galvatron next to the Scourge figure from the RID Legacy line, and it's pretty cool to see them side by side. Very, very different bad guys. About the same height, but Scourge, his shoulder pads definitely a lot taller. Now, transformation on this figure is actually quite enjoyable, pretty fun. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take off his guns. So take off the missiles and the handgun. And then what we want to do is turn the arm around and then fold up the double jointed elbow. Do the same on the other side. So turn this arm around, fold this upward like this. And then the next thing we want to do is lift the chest downward. And then we're going to open up the back panel as well. Lift that down. And then kind of lift this up like this. And then we want to twist the head around backwards. Kind of pull this downward a bit. And then we want to unhinge this double joint right here, so that this kind of all sits around over the head. And then you can clamp the front piece down onto the top of the truck like that. It'll pop off, just be aware as you transform it. But then we want to unhinge the arms at the shoulders like this. And then we're going to twist the arms inward like this, so they're kind of upright, and get them past the pieces on the top of the truck. And then we're going to move them inward and just have the elbows touch like that. And then just kind of lift these pieces down, fold these pieces of the truck downward over the top of the arms. So this will all kind of sit up here for the moment. Just kind of get it into place as best you can. So it'll look like that. And then we're going to lift this piece upward a little, kind of get this piece up out of the way. Unhinge the waist from the cab. So just pull that down so that it is nice and swingy like this. And then we want to lift the legs upward like that. And then we're going to take the feet, pull them down a little, separate them out like this. And then we're going to open the leg up like this and swing this outward. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So swing this outward and up out of the way. Pull the wheel out from the leg. So do the same thing over here. Put that down. So pull this wheel outward like this. And then we're going to kind of move this out of the way a little bit. Swing this around, and then we're going to lift this up like that, and then forward, and then the back of the toe we're going to lift forward to touch like this. So we're going to do the same thing on this other side over here. We're going to lift this up, twist it inward, pull it up, push it back around, separate it, and then toe forward, and the back of the toe forward, so it looks like that. And then we got it kind of like this. Looks like a floppity mess, but it's not. We're going to lift the sides of the legs up and around. Do the same thing over here, up and around. And then we're going to get them out of the way a bit. And then these pieces are going to go up into the back of that waist piece. And they're actually going to clamp in really easy and nice and secure like that. Doesn't look like they're going to go, but they will. And just kind of put the toes together a little bit. And then we're going to focus on getting it all mashed together. So we're going to put the doors in And this is where it gets a little fidgety to get this all lined up. So you're just going to kind of play with it, and then flip this wheel forward, and then we're going to pull this grill downwards, panel down. There's 2 spots where it's going to plug in. Getting this grill flat can be kind of interesting, so just kind of make sure you get that nice and flat, like that. So it's going to look like that. Just kind of play with it, and then you're going to get everything lined in, and this is where it's all mashed, and get it to go together into all the little panels that it's supposed to. It's going to be a wiggly, goofy mess, but once you get it into place, it's actually very firm and locked up, which is very nice. So getting that front panel can be kind of a challenge. Be aware of that. It's going to want to go inward, so you're just going to want to fidget with it and get it all lined up as best you can. And once you get it locked in, it actually locks in really, really well. So, yeah. And then we're going to put the toes together, clamp those together like this. And then we're going to flip the tanks forward like that. And then lock that into place. So do the same thing over here. Push that and lock that into place. And make sure that the front grill is flat. It likes to fold backwards. And there we have Galvatron in his truck mode. Now, once you have him in his truck mode, we've got the weapons to attach onto him. So we're going to take this silver gun, and this is actually going to go up under, and you're going to put it at this angle, and it will fit and slide right in and locks right into place very, very nicely. So it just slides in like that. And I mean, it just stays right into place. Very shocked about that. Then we're going to take the missiles and we're going to put it on the side of the door right here, or the tank. So it kind of resembles what it did in the movie itself. And there we go. So taking a closer look at the truck itself, it looks good. I like the cab. It rolls wonderfully well. It's very, very stable. Looks like he did in the movie for the most part. Love that grill. Love the blue, the silvers, the blacks. It just looks so slick. Like the side design. That all looks really good. The worst part's the back of the truck. This toe thing up here. Don't particularly care for that. I wish they could have flattened that out a little bit. But everything else looks really, really nice on this truck. And it's very solid. Now the question I had is, can Galvatron haul a trailer? So we got Nemesis Prime's trailer, and that looks really goofy, and it falls right off, unfortunately. But if we connect it a little bit more front-wise, it will drag it. It connects. It's just angled up a little bit too high, which is unfortunate, but it will pull that trailer. Maybe we can customize it and get it down a little lower, but yeah, it can pull the trailer. So is the Studio Series Age of Extinction Galvatron a figure you want in your Transformers collection? If you're a Bayformers fan, I think you're going to like this. If you missed the original Galvatron figure from this movie, then you're definitely going to like it. Personally, I think this is an upgrade. The chest is a little blocky, but everything else is really nice. And it's a solid figure to have in hand. The joints are nice. The posing's nice. It just feels good in the hand, and the transformation is pretty fun. So all in all, it's a pretty darn good figure, so I think it's worth a pickup. So there he is, Galvatron from Transformers Studio Series. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to click all the things, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for new videos. And follow me on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.